Hey there, what's up internet? My name is BlackLightAttack. I'm wearing gunner optics and am therefore better than you at video games currently. And this is episode 34 of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. So this time we have one more thing to do in Great Glacier. Last time we made it to Great Glacier, which as I said is one of my very few disliked parts of the game. And what we're going to do right now is go for the Alexander materia. So basically, when you get out on this world map sort of area, if you start off from Holzoff's house, you go right, and then you got to go down a little bit so you don't go back into basically that world map area. It's hard to orient yourself, but in the middle there's a cave where you can grab an all materia, and to the north is Holzoff's hut. So what you want to do is exit east, so go to the right as best you can, and then you should get to these areas, and then... Oh, thought I saw that. You know what, there is like a really hard to see materia in here somewhere. I think it's the added cut materia, but I think I already have that. Let's see, did it? Yeah, okay, I do. I think I was seeing whether or not added cut would affect my enemy skills, but I don't think that pairs, actually. I don't think that combination works. But anyway, you keep heading right, and you gotta make sure you touch the hot springs before you do this. Which we did do earlier. We did it in the last episode, I believe. Exactly 1,000 damage. Booyah, baby. So I don't even know why I'm using Kate'Sith right now, because we did get his second limit break, and we did show it. We didn't show every single possible combination of his limit break, but we showed a few. So let's see. We headed all the way right. It's kind of easy to remember now that I think about it. You just head out of Holzoff's hut, and then head right. And then you find this lady, and you talk to her. You got a lot of nerve trying to touch me with the same dirty hands that touched that filthy hot spring. I'll never forgive you. And then, you know what's great is it has the like boss fight music, and she's not even hard at all. She's actually really dumbass easy. Let's see, magic hammer. So one interesting thing about here that about this area that I did not take advantage of is the infinite elixir glitch, and if you are into this sort of thing, if you're into, yeah, you can't use added cut with enemy skill. If you're into exploiting the game to get, you know, an infinite amount of overpowered items, the elixir is one of the strongest healing items in the game. It takes any one character, and it will make them, it'll fully restore their HP and MP in one shot. Really, really nice, useful item to have, and you can get infinite. You can pick one up here. There's a little cave that you may have seen in the last episode. Look at Sid. He's all facing the wrong way. Yeah, we got to circle it. That'll be useful to sell, I guess. You pick up the way it works is you pick up the elixir, and due to a bug in the game's code, normally when you pick up an item, it populates a text box that says, "Hey, you received this item. Congratulations." And you can't move until you hit circle to acknowledge that you just got the item. There seems to be some kind of, you know, some sort of, like it was overlooked in the game's code that you can actually move while that text box is populated. So what you do is you walk up, there we go, got the Alexander materia. It's a pretty cool summon. You walk up to it, you hit A, or you hit circle rather, to pick up the elixir, and it says you got an elixir, and at that point it deposits an elixir into your inventory. After that, what you actually have to do is, since you have free movement and you're not supposed to, you hit circle once so that it populates the text box, and then you run out of the cave. And that'll put the elixir in your inventory to populate the message, but you never close the message, so the item actually never goes away in the game's code. So you just go back into the cave, and then the elixir will be there again. And if you want to do that, that's one way to do it. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna go with the whole item manipulation, if you're gonna go with the whole item duplication thing, you might as well just wait until you have W item, which just makes it way there. It's like the easiest. W item is the stupidest, most overlooked bug like in game code. It's so silly. It's so silly that they even fucked this up. The W item glitch is like really. Oh shit! I just use Aqua Lung and they're immune to it, and then I just use Aqua Lung again. It's just such a stupidly overlooked glitch, the W item glitch, because it's so simple, and it's kind of hard to describe when you don't have W item, but once I get it, I'll show you guys. You know, I'll duplicate something dumb, but the reason I didn't do the infinite elixir glitch and I won't be doing the W item glitch is just because I want to keep the game at least a little bit challenging. You know, I think it would be kind of lame to be sitting here like exploiting. You know, oh, I'm gonna get me a jillion elixirs and then, you know, fucking a million mega elixirs, and I'm not all about that life. I shouldn't say never. I rarely actually cheat when I'm playing through the game. You know, there are a lot of these exploits in the game code that you can take advantage of. But anyway, I'm just gonna time skip. This is all boring. I'm gonna time skip back to Holzhoff's house, because I just keep running into these guys. Okay, so we're rested up, we're saved, back at Holzhoff's house, and now we actually get to go straight from one of my least favorite parts of the game to one of my favorite parts of the game. Not for any particular reason, I just really like this dungeon coming up. It's like your typical sort of RPG dungeon. And now you gotta climb the cliff, and Cloud isn't exactly dressed warmly, so occasionally you'll have to stop to run in place, and that'll up your body temperature. It'll tell you how much, what your current body temperature is. Obviously, his body temperature isn't 36 degrees Fahrenheit because he'd be dead. I assume this is in Celsius, although I'm not positive if that calculation works out because I don't know Celsius to Fahrenheit calculations in my head, and I don't know what the typical body temperature is, what the healthy body temperature is in Celsius. I know in Fahrenheit it's 98.6 degrees. That's a healthy internal body temperature. That's obviously not the case when it comes to Celsius. And on the other hand, it's also, if 36 degrees Celsius isn't a healthy body temperature, then maybe Final Fantasy has its own degrees that it measures, its own unit of heat, of temperature. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna get into Gaia's Cliff now. Ooh, a Stilva, perfect. Alright, these guys, you may notice this is basically like a mini version of Materia Keeper, and I was going to manipulate him, but he just, right off the bat, did not waste any time. He immediately used the enemy skill that I needed. That's Magic Breath. The thing is, he also has another enemy skill for me, and this is one of your very limited times to learn the Trine enemy skill. As I said before, there are only 3 points in the game where you can learn Trine, and this is the third and last one if you did Wutai right away. Since you can do Wutai pretty much whenever, you know, that can be your last. But this guy teaches you Trine just like Materia Keeper, his daddy, and one of the last times you can learn, so make sure to do that while you're here. And it's also the only time you can learn Magic Breath, I think. Or actually, no, I think you can learn Magic Breath in the final dungeon, but that's a whole nother story. So let's go ahead with the Big Red Clipper on himself, whatever that is. And okay, that was a pretty disappointing attack, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Stilva is really useful because it actually teaches you two enemy skills. Both of them are all casts. They're pretty useful. And I still have Kate Sith. Fucking still. All right, whatever. Fine. We'll keep Kate Sith. He's not a big liability or anything. Kate Sith's all right by me. All right. All right. So I guess I have to keep climbing because I don't think I can get through here yet. Either that or there's something I'm missing. Nope, I'm missing something. Where do I go? I feel like I just did this too in my other game. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a little under the weather today, folks. I think I'm starting to get... little room right there. I think I'm starting to get sick. Also, there's a hidden room in this room. Right after you go to the second floor and get to this little ice bridge I'm about to cross, there is a very handy little secret room. Let's see, Magic Breath is pretty cool. Magic Breath deals elemental damage to all enemies, but it deals 3 elements at once. It deals fire, lightning, and ice, I believe. Or maybe water. Whatever it is, it's 3 different elements all at the same time. It's super mana expensive. It's not an incredibly useful enemy skill, but it does look cool, and it's got that cool effect of having a whole bunch of... see, here you go, secret room. Boom, boom, boom. And that's where we get our second ribbon, which is, of course, the best accessory in the game, so it's really nice to have a second one of those. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Magic Breath. So, the downside to Magic Breath is that if the enemies that you use it against absorb any one of those 3 elements or are immune to any one of those 3 elements, they will absorb the whole attack. On the other hand, you know, likewise, if they're weak to any of those 3 elements, it'll deal double damage or whatever. Fire, Ice, and Lightning damage on all opponents. And then actually, what's interesting is the Summon Kujata does the same things. Fire, Ice, Lightning on all opponents. It's a multi-element attack, but anyway, we've already seen that. Who has... Oh, actually, Cloud has Alexander. Right, I told you guys I'd show you Alexander, so let's go see the Judgment. Bliss, I'm judging you right now. You fucking leech thing and you penguins. Never really understood Alexander, but yo, what up? He's some kind of... Oh man, he exploded to ground. So much damage, so much damage. Okay, so Alexander's weird. He's a recurring summon in Final Fantasy, and he always seems to be some sort of combination of mech and castle that deals holy damage. Don't ask me, dude. It's fucking weird, okay? I don't know. It's a cool summon, but I don't know where the logic comes in. Why is it a giant... Maybe that was explained in like one of the really old Final Fantasies, but for whatever reason, Alexander is a giant castle slash mech. He's like a transformer that instead of turning into a semi, he turns into a castle or something. Whatever. And then he shoots some form of holy magic. And he's interesting because he's one of the very, very few holy attacks in this game. Holy is usually an element of some sort in Final Fantasy. It comes and goes, really. Usually what would happen is your white mage. There was always a job white mage. Where are you, Cloud? There he is. Yeah, push that rock. He just fucking karate kicked the rock. Goddamn, Cloud. There's usually a white mage that can cast like Dia or something, which would be like holy damage, and it's always like really good against undead. Well, they don't have undead in this game. Well, I'm sorry, they do, but they're not a common enemy type like in other Final Fantasies. So there wasn't really much need to put holy magic in the game. So for whatever reason, you know, there isn't. There are. I think there's like 1 or 2 other holy attacks, but I'm blanking on what those are right now. Might be one off of the Break materia. No, Break has the, I think, Earth. It's like Earth, Wind, Fire, non-elemental or something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is. Actually, I guess Sid should be getting these because he still has limit breaks to learn. This is a decent cave for learning limit breaks, because if you run into a Stilva, you can get the limit breaks going pretty quickly with the Magic Breath and Trine, either one. As long as you have other members of your party equipped with gear that'll let you absorb those elements, you can have one character end up taking a lot of damage from those and deal a hefty amount of limit break damage to yourself. Well, build a lot of limit meter, I should say. Pretty useful. And then, you know, you run into these groups of 4 and stuff. It's not a bad place to grind out some limit breaks. We do have a boss coming up at the end of this cave. Hi, Stilva. Why do these things keep back attacking me? What is your problem? We do have a boss fight coming up, and I'm probably going to switch out Cait Sith for this fight. Not that he's really a bad choice for the fight, it's just that I kind of want to use somebody else now. We've used Cait Sith for a little bit. I'm going to keep Sid in the party because he's still learning his limit breaks. I guess I'll probably bring out Vincent because he still has a limit break to show you guys, and then I think one more to learn before his ultimate, I believe. I don't know if I'm remembering that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. Oh, Sid, you missed! Even though he's in my back rank and he's not even supposed to be... Oh, I guess these guys just have a high evasion. Well then, magic it is. Show me the magic, baby. That's not even a song, I just sang that. I don't know, I'm a little out of it. It's actually also really late for me right now, and I don't have anything to upload today, and I was just like, well, before I go to bed, I better... I say today because it's almost 7 a.m., and you guys are going to get this at probably, like, I don't know. I haven't decided, probably, like, around 4 or 5 if I had to guess. I have no idea when this is going up, but anyway, we're back out on the cold ass ledge, and I believe what happens if you let your body temperature get too low, I believe you gotta go right. I believe all that happens if your body temperature gets low is you pass out and you end up back at Holzoff's house. It's not really a big deal, but maybe I should have just let myself pass out during the first part so I could go throw Kate Sith back in the PHS. You know what's kind of goofy about this is when you're climbing that part that I was just climbing. Oh, I think I took the wrong way. I think I was supposed to just go straight up. Anyway, when you're climbing that part, you see like I kind of... Oh shit, Mulbaro. This guy's dangerous. Let's go Aqualung. Death blow him. Just blow him. Fucking blow him. These guys are dangerous because they die in one hit. They cast Bad Breath, which inflicts almost every status effect in the game. They're a really common mainstay in Final Fantasy. Pretty interesting enemies. Anyway, what I was just saying, going, like climbing this wall, you saw I like kind of looped up. I went to the right, and then I went up, and then I went left. For whatever reason, the game is programmed so that you have to keep holding the directional input right, even when you start moving left. And it just, it's a minor thing, but it drives me nuts. Every now and then you have little goofy-ass movement spots in this game. Just, like, every screen takes different input, kind of, you know? Like, because of the different camera angles. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why it would even give me a choice to go down, because down is just the way I came from. Let's get that core temp up. Get those glutes working, Cloud. I doubt I had to boost it that high. I always keep it at 36 just to be safe, you know, why not? See, I guess we're going this way. You don't have to rev your body temperature up on every step. You can usually afford to get away with it like every third or so. Depends on how far the platforms are between each other. But I think you're not really in danger unless you drop below like 28 or 26 degrees. Something like that. That's when you're in danger of passing out. I've actually never passed out on that part of the game. Ever. I've never let my body temperature get that low. At least I can't remember a time when I did. So, like I said, I think all that happens is you just end up back in Holzoff's house. I don't think you, like, die. Holzoff's partner did, but he's not, you know, a former member of Soldier like Cloud is. Cloud is able to bear this incredible fucking cold with no sleeves, by the way. He's basically wearing a tank top. And he's not complaining or nothing. To be fair, he's probably huddled around that fire materia, casting them fire spells over and over. Okay, so we got a save pointy. Let's take out Vincent, like I said. Actually, I always forget to unequip people's accessories and stuff. Always forget to do that. I'm the worst about that. Bolt armlet, you can have a fucking diamond bangle or whatever. Ugh, excuse me. Okay, that should be it. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sure there's an undo button. I will give you... Okay, yeah, distract, it's fine. PHS. See, everybody's like, not quite the same level, but they're up there. I think what happens is, as your characters that are actually in your party level up, the other characters, meanwhile, they get 50% of the experience, which is pretty cool. It helps them keep up, you know, it helps them not fall too far behind, rather. Okay, and then we can exchange all of Kate Sith's materia, at the very least. Yeah, I guess I'll keep Sid as the dedicated caster, but I don't think I want to go full, I don't think I want to go full physical on Vincent either. He's not that good at that. So I guess we'll go with Rama. We'll give him some gravity, so we can appreciate the gravity of the situation. The fire, maybe? The fire and the ice. That's fine. And now Cloud I actually need to redo. Take off that added cut. We will do, actually... do it like this. Enemy skill, Alexander, added cut. Boom. I think that should be good. Okay. Oh, I actually have a long range materia on him. We can just put everybody in the back row. Everybody's taking low damage. Fuck yeah. Now, how do we get up to that treasure chest? I wouldn't know. Except I would. Here's an interesting part. You gotta go all the way around here, and it's a big pain in the dick. More Malboros out here. You can end up getting lucky and running into, like, the penguin guys or whatever, but... yeah, Malboros are also a thing of the day. So, great. He got Sid with the bad breath. First thing he did was just bad breath before I even had a chance to move. Now you see Sid is asleep, poisoned, frogged, minied, confused. I think he has death sentence on him. Did I just see numbers? I don't know. He just healed him with the frost breath thing. Dumbass. Actually not doing that much damage. What weapons does Cloud have? Is that the Ragnarok or whatever? No, that's not Ragnarok. What is that weapon? I think we get a new weapon for Cloud soon. I think we get one in this cave. I'm not positive. Why does that sword look so familiar? What is that called? Organics, that's what it is, okay. I could be using the nail bat, which is literally what it sounds like. It's a bat with a bunch of nails like duct tape to the end of it. It's a really funny looking weapon. Actually, one of my runs I did through Battle Square, I was using the nail bat, and that was going to be the one that I used to be like, oh, here's an example of a perfect run of Battle Square. And I was going to be using the nail bat, but as I was watching it back, I was like, this is kind of silly. I'm going to show off Omni Slash. I wanted to be badass, so I ended up giving him the, like, samurai sword, whichever one that was. I think that was, Yoshiyuki or whatever. It was the one that powers up when your teammates die, anyway. And, I don't know, I just love the nail bat. If I didn't, you know, we'll do this next one without Cloud's current materia. We'll just take our materia, we'll arrange it so that all of his materia gets dumped into the very last part of the materia, very end of the materia list, and then boom, nail bat. Okay. Vincent, okay, he's got the Death Gygus. And now our goal is to make it across the room. But what happens is, as we continue to go across, we're going to get into fights every time we run into one of these icicles. And we actually have to destroy the icicle and all the bats. So let's... I don't know if you can really see it right now. Yeah, there it is. It's kind of hard to make out in the old version, in the PlayStation version of the game, because it doesn't have super detailed character models, but you can see it pretty well in the PC version. But I just thought that was funny. And now this thing we just beat the shit out of, and then it doesn't really die, but it starts to crack. We have to just beat. I actually think the icicle casts spells at you, if I'm not mistaken. I think it causes like cave-ins, like you get hit with falling like smaller icicles. It's kind of funny, but I don't know if we're gonna get to the boss today, though. That's one thing. We might not. I only have about 6 minutes left in the episode or so, and we are. I don't believe there is a. I don't believe there is a save point in that room where the boss is, or after the boss, and I don't think we have an option to go back and save. There's a save point right before him, but I think after him we don't have an opportunity to save when we get locked into a kind of a long, not really a cutscene, but it's a long plot-heavy part, and I don't have time to continue playing, and there's no save state, unfortunately, so I'm in quite a predicament here. But based on my time, I might not even make it to Schizo anyway, the boss. He's not even like a plot significant dude. He's just like something that lives in Gaia's Cliff, which is the name of this area. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have to save right before him and then let him be like the first thing we do in the next episode, which is fine because right after Schizo, we get out of where we're going. Like, keep in mind right now what we're doing is we're following Sephiroth. And the only reason we ended up walking through Great Glacier and climbing Gaia's Cliff is because this is the only way that Sephiroth is really going. Now we know that he's headed to the northern crater, which is where Genova landed 2,000 years ago, and killed all the Cetra in the area here. Ooh, we can use Vincent's Limit Break next round. So where Genova impacted the Earth, according to Professor Gast's files that we found in the Icicle Inn, that left the northern crater, and it's a land that's abundant in Mako energy. And we know that Sephiroth needs an abundant amount of energy in order to summon Meteor with the Black Materia. So he has the Black Materia. We're trying to catch up to him right now, because he's going to use the Northern Crater as a catalyst to actually execute the spell. It's kind of like how we need MP to execute spells from our materia. He needs a shitload of MP, more than he could possibly have. So he's going to go to the Northern Crater. This is the only way to get there. We're chasing him now. And what's interesting is Guy's Cliff is actually the edge of the crater. That's how big the crater is. Anyway, let's go ahead and get Vincent to transform into Death Gygus. This is a pretty cool, if goofy, limit break. He's basically Frankenstein. And then, of course, we lose control of him, so... Oh, he's gonna go with the Gygadunk? Fuck you! The Gygadunk is not even... I don't know, me and my brother used to laugh at that, at just the name of that skill. Like, when we were kids, it just... Like, every time he did it, as he was flying through the air, he'd be like, Gygadunk! Just like, Gygadunk! Like, just... We'd crack ourselves up. We were, like, 9. But, he has another ability. Every one of his forms has 2 abilities, and I'm waiting for him to use the other one. Although Klaus is going to get all berserker. Stop it with the Gygadunk. I think he has a 50% chance, or maybe like a... It might be like a 75%, 25% thing. No, or he's just gonna straight up Gygadunk this shit. I think it's gonna break too. Oh no, the icicle survived. Oh, Vincent loves these Gygadunks, man. Just that Gygadunk spam. He's got the one move. The one move dedication down. He's a spammer. He's a button masher. All he's got is the Gygadunks. Alright, so his other ability in this form is called Livewire. And similar to how his first form, Galleon Beast? What's that thing called? Wah wah. About to fall. There you go. Just like his first form has the Fire All ability. This one has the last elixir. It's actually supposed to be just called Mega Elixir. That's a mistranslation. He has in Death Gygus form an ability called Livewire, which is just a lightning all attack, which is kind of cool. So, Galleon Beast, yeah. I don't know why I can't remember that. I always have a hard time remembering the name of Galleon Beast with that first word. Like, Galleon does that mean anything? Is that a word? Has anybody heard of the word galleon? Is it like Galliant Beast or something? I don't know. But anyway, I think that's actually going to do it for this episode, because all that is left is this boss. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. We will get to fight Schizo, the boss of Guy's Cliff, in the next episode, as well as confront Sephiroth in the Northern Crater, we hope. That is our plan anyway, to stop him from summoning Meteor. We will see what happens, and I hope very much that you guys enjoyed the video, and will join me for the next one. I will see you next time. Goodbye.